Good afternoon. My name is Rashad Terry, licensed esthetician, owner and founder of Rashad Terry Global Beauty. And normally we talk about having good skin, but this is a series that I'm creating called Have Good Eats. So today we're making a whole chicken seasoned to perfection with a jambalaya rice. Stay tuned if this is something that you're interested in, because I'm most certainly going to enjoy my time with you all today. See you in a minute. Super excited about what you are about to see today. So I want to first show you all the chicken, right? So the chicken is already done. Today we're going to be focusing more on how I make this rice. Super excited to make it. But just before we pop this chicken into the oven, just want to let you know what I seasoned it with, what's all in it. So I've chopped up some lemons, some limes, some whole potatoes, corn. I've chopped up a whole onion. I have also put some rosemary in there. We have some vegetable broth, as well as we have a little bit of orange juice for the extra zest and smoothness with the rest of those zests that will be marinating together. I have a whole stick of butter that I mixed with seasoning and stuffed the inside and encased that with chopped potatoes. And then on the outside, I have it seasoned to perfection on the top, bottom, and inside with a little bit of turmeric, Creole seasoning, garlic, onion powder, ground pepper, and some salt. The last thing that we're going to be putting inside of this whole chicken is we're going to chop up some celery. That's about one piece of celery, one whole leg of celery that we're going to put inside of there, just on the top. What I love about Dutch ovens is it's going to cook the chicken 360. So the entire pot is going to cook this chicken top, bottom equally. So what we're going to do is we're going to I have my oven preheated to 360, and we're going to cook it for an hour and 20 minutes with the top on at 360 degrees. And then we're going to take it out and let it rest for a second, baste it, get some of those juices from the bottom over to the top to make sure that it's marinated fully. And then we're going to pump that oven up to 400 degrees, and we're going to go ahead and take the top off and let it cook for about another 20 to 30 minutes. Chicken should reach a temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit in order for it to be considered cooked. I like to bump that to 170. 170 kind of bumps it just that extra layer just to be sure that it's cooked, but it doesn't cause it to kind of dry out or lose all its juices. Now I've got my rice. We're using jasmine rice with a little bit of sazon. The sazon is what's going to give it the color. So I have that in water, and the way that I like to measure my rice is basically the amount of rice. If I use a cup, I want to use 2 cups of water. So 2 into 1. And the way that I like to cook my rice, I learned it from a friend that I was roommates with maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, is you cook your rice, you put your water in it, you put it on the stove, you turn it up to boil, and then you turn it on low, put the top on it, and you let it cook for about 20 minutes. Don't move it, don't touch it, don't bother it. That's all you're going to do, is literally just that, and it'll cook to perfection every time. Right here is where we are going to start to chop our items. Now, aside from the sazon, I am going to use a little bit of, I'm going to take a little bit of, just a dash, maybe 3 dashes of red chili peppers, just so you guys can see. I love Trader Joe's for a lot of the things that I utilize. Trader Joe's has some really great seasonings. I'm going to take a little bit of turmeric, maybe about 3 dashes of turmeric, only for color. I'm going to take a little bit of onion powder from Badia Ba-dia, ba-dia, dia, 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 ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So I'm going to take a little bit of onion powder from Badia. Just a little bit, not too much. A little bit of garlic from Badia. A little bit, not too much. And that's it for our seasoning of our rice. The rest is going to come from the meat and the peppers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that on a high while I chop up my beef sausage. So we want to start to cut these at a nice slant. Next thing is a little bit of red pepper. We're not going to use too much. I'm going to cut down one side. That's enough. Same thing with the green pepper. Just one side, maybe a side and a half of the green pepper because it's smaller. You want to chop this very fine. So they should be like little diced pieces. I would put it in the like a food processor, but ain't nobody got time for that when I got this good knife right here that's sharp and ready to shoot straight to the hip. I want these to be chopped up as fine as they can be. And your seasoning in the rice really comes from how you season the meat, because the meat is going to combine eventually with the rice anyway and give you what you need. So don't stress out about your seasoning. Cooking is a lot of things in general is a combination of how it works cohesively, not how the things are individually. I believe that everything should have separate flavor. However, it's not that deep. It still has to be tasteful or flavorful together as it is individual, is what I'm saying. I'm going to put this in my pot with my sausage. Okay, so this is a double starch meal, of course. What I mean by a double starch meal is we've got rice, then we've got potatoes and tons of starch in there. It is what it is. Everything ain't gonna be light and easy. I've got some light and easy meals coming for you in this series, but this is meant to be flavorful, just a fun meal, something to really just feed the soul. So, judge your pasta is all I'm trying to say. So if we go to that top cam, you're going to see we have our sausage and our peppers in there cooking. I'm gonna go ahead and season this with a little bit of onion powder, some turmeric, and it's on a low heat, nothing too high. I'm gonna take some pepper, a little bit of garlic. Keep in mind, I'm seasoning this because this is what is going to season the rice ultimately. I'm going to take just a little bit of complete seasoning, not too much. And what we're going to focus more so on is our Creole seasoning. I love this stuff. Put it on everything. But it's going to taste really good in this Jambalaya style rice. Okay? And we're going to give that a quick stir. And then I'm going to reach down a little bit of canola oil. And you want to keep these moving because you don't want your peppers or anything to stick. You just want to sear it a little bit. Right off the eye. And we're going to put it inside of our rice. And this will be the only stir that this will get. I'm gonna put the top on that and leave it be. So now that we are about an hour and 30 minutes in, it's time to take our chicken out of the oven. And what we want to do right now is we want to, first of all, check it and make sure it's popping. I want to check that temperature, make sure the temperature is well on its way. And we're also going to baste our chicken, get some of those juices from the bottom to the top so that it stays moist right on through. Now keep in mind this is a Dutch oven, so you definitely don't want to touch this top with your hand. So I'm going to use my towel and I'm going to go ahead and remove. That looks wonderful. You can tell that the chicken isn't necessarily done, but that's okay. Because we're going to go ahead and right in that hefty part, we're going to stick a thermometer in and check that temperature to see where she's at in temperature, so I know how long I need to keep it in the oven. As you check different parts of the meat, the temperature should be consistent throughout. As long as that temperature is consistent throughout, you're fine. And I'm just going to kind of give her a couple of punctures so when I baste her, that juice kind of flow on in real nice and easy. Alright, so I'm going to take a spoon and we're going to move some of this, some of the vegetables away. We're going to just start to take our spoon and bring those juices right on over the top of this meat, because it needs to be nice and juicy. Said it's too hot, too hot, too hot, baby. You gotta run for shelter, you gotta run for shade. It's hot, but it ain't that hot. Okay, so you've got a little bit of time to kill, so why not make a crafted cocktail? Today, I'm going to show you guys a cocktail that's going to be perfect for summer, but also give you a little zhuzh for your moves by the pool. That rhymes. First things first, we're going to take a little bit of cranberry juice. Now, the first thing you've got to do is, if you don't have some sort of measuring, because the days of making a cocktail and just eyeballing it, don't do that. That's how y'all end up drunk by the pool and can't function, can't talk to nobody, just sloppy. We don't do that in this household. So we measure our drinks, okay? Because they are crafted cocktails, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of cranberry juice, about 1.5, maybe 2 ounces of cranberry juice. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take some sort of lemon lime Sprite, okay? So we're going to take 1.5 ounces of our vodka. It's a nice little balanced cocktail. That's watermelon flavor. And then I'm going to take a lemon squeeze. Just a little bit, not too much. You just need a piece of your lemon. Squeeze that on in there like so. And then what you're going to do is, with your lemon zest, all you got to do is just really thinly, you're just going to take 2 little thin little slices, drop it in your cocktail glass. This is a martini glass, so this is a watermelon martini, duh. And then what you're going to do is you're going to load this up with some ice. Then you're going to take your cocktail cup, give it a good shake, give it a knock. You're going to take your cocktail strainer, place it on top, and what you're going to do is you're going to strain her right on in. And it should be the perfect amount and the most perfect blended cocktail. Perfect for summer, perfect for your zhuzh by the pool. Absolutely amazing. We're gonna pull her out. And we're gonna drop her right in top of the ceiling cam so y'all can see what's going on with it going on. Look at that beautiful golden brown, crisp, full of flavor with a little bit of kick. Cause y'all know it gotta have a little bit of kick in it. I'm gonna check the temperature one last time just to make sure that we have either exceeded or gone to that 160 degrees or 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, so the food is finished. Well, the chicken for that matter. And it's giving, it's very much flavorful. So, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1 of Have Good Eats. Again, we made jambalaya rice. We made a Dutch oven roasted chicken with corn, carrots, potatoes, rosemary, celery, lemons, limes, and all of those good flavors and seasonings that I told you about at the beginning of the episode. Thank you guys for watching episode 1 of Have Good Eats, and I will see you guys for another episode right here on the Rashad Terry YouTube channel. I love